this video, I'm going to show you how to get clients from YouTube without needing to record videos yourself using an AI digital clone that looks and sounds just like you. Just before I get started and walk you through the steps, if at any point you think I'd rather you just take care of all of this for me, then we do have a done for you YouTube client acquisition package that does exactly that. In other words, we'll use your AI digital twin to create videos on your behalf. Then we'll edit them, we'll create the thumbnails, and we'll even publish them to YouTube for you so that it's pretty much 95% hands off. The only thing you need to do is check every video that we send you for approval first, just to make sure that nothing gets published without you seeing it first, and just to make sure that you're happy with it before anything goes live. But the idea is that you'll be able to get leads and appointments from YouTube in a way that is mostly hands-off so that you can focus on other areas of your business instead. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go through how to set up your AI digital clone to record YouTube videos for you. Step one is to create an AI digital avatar using HeyGen. So there'll be a link below this video where you can sign up to HeyGen. HeyGen is the software we use to create your AI digital clone. If we go to the pricing page at the time of recording this video, you will see that they currently do have a free plan where you can kind of try it out and just get a taste for what it's like. But it doesn't give you access to all of the features. So really, if you're going to be doing this properly, the plan that you'll need to be on is the creator plan, and that one is $29 a month. So once you've signed up to that, once you're inside your account, what you need to do is go to avatars and then click on this plus button here. And then where it says create your avatar, you have the option to either just upload a picture of yourself or upload a video recording of yourself in order to train the AI so that it can create an AI digital clone for you. Now, I would recommend just doing the video version because it's the most realistic version. So click on start from a video. You can watch the intro video if you want. But just to walk you through the steps, if you go to the next step, this just again gives you some more tips on how to record the video. So feel free to pause this video if you want to look at that. But just to kind of go through the main things that you want to do, really in the video, you just want to make it look like a normal video that you would be recording yourself from your phone or from your webcam. A phone will be better quality, so I'd recommend using your smartphone if you can. And all you got to do is just put your smartphone on some sort of tripod and then just record yourself speaking for 3 to 4 minutes. It could be actually up to 5 minutes, but 3 to 4 minutes is perfect. And then once you're speaking, the key thing is that you can say whatever you want. It really doesn't matter what you say, but you can't make any mistakes and you can't make any cuts. So you just have to be talking continuously. So you can pause and then you can continue talking. That's absolutely fine. You want to be using gestures and facial expressions just like you naturally would as well. With the gestures, don't make them too over the top, just make them very subtle gestures. And with the facial expressions, you can also maybe turn your face slightly and, you know, look at the camera from slightly different angles, or just whatever you would normally do naturally if you're just speaking in front of a camera. The idea is you just want to make it to look as natural as possible because the quality of your AI video avatar will be directly proportional to the quality of your recording or the quality of the inputs that you give it. So if you're a little bit awkward or if you do some weird gestures in the recording, then that's also going to show up in the AI avatar. So you might need to do this a few times, but once you're happy with the recording, on this step, you can just click next. Before you do this, I don't recommend using enable gesture detection. That's if you use some really big gestures, like maybe you're putting your hands in front of the camera or something like that. I personally haven't used that feature yet, so it's not something I can really speak much about. So I would recommend just leaving it off for now. If you want to test that on your own later on in the future, that's fine. But for now, just so we can get started with your AI video avatar, I would recommend just leaving it off and click next. And then just upload your video directly into here. So if you record it with your phone, you can just upload it straight into here. It also gives you the option to record it straight from your webcam or phone in here. I've never used that feature. I normally just record it from my phone and then just upload it directly into this. Once you've uploaded a video, on the fourth step, it will ask you to verify that this is you. So you will need to record a video of yourself. This one will usually be done through your webcam, and it will just ask you to confirm that you are given permission to HeyGen to create an AI avatar for yourself. And then once it's done, on the final step, you can just click finish and then give it about an hour or two, and it will create your AI digital clone. So once it's done, you should get an email notification to let you know. And then if you go back to HeyGen and go to avatars in this section, you should see a new avatar here under my avatars. You can give it a name. You can call it anything you want. I called mine Digital Ash. And then you can also scroll down and you should see that you should have one avatar look, which is the one you just created. Now, one of the good things about HeyGen is that you can actually create up to 100 different looks with maybe different backgrounds, or you wearing different clothing, or maybe you sitting somewhere different in your desk, or however you want to mix things up a bit. And you can create up to 100 different looks, all within the same HeyGen subscription. So all within the same $29 a month price. So right now you can see I have 2 different AI avatar looks. And if you wanted to create a new one, you just go to create new and then just repeat the process again, upload another video of you speaking, and then it will just create a second look. And then once you're done, you can obviously play it and get a little preview to see what it's like if you want to see it before actually recording anything. But you'll notice when you actually play it, the audio or the voice sounds really bad. It doesn't usually sound like you. So this brings me on to step 2 of the process, which is to clone your voice using 11 Labs. So 11 Labs is the most realistic AI voice cloning software that I've seen, which is why I recommend using it. But this step is optional, because to do this step, you will need about 1 hour and a half or 2 hours of speech of yourself speaking into a microphone. So you might not have that right now, and that's okay. If you don't, you can just skip this step, because what you can do instead is you can just record the audio yourself for your digital AI avatar twin. And then eventually, after you've recorded maybe, 10 different videos or 15 different videos, you'll then have enough audio that you can then use to clone your voice. Now, if you do already have maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of audio that you could use to clone your voice, all you need to do is go to 11 Labs. Again, I'll leave a link below this video if you want to sign up for it. And then if you go to the pricing tab, the package that you will need is the creator package. And then once you're logged in, if you go to voices and then click on the plus icon and then click on professional voice clone. So I've already used this, so I can't do it again. But if you click on this, and then it will give you the option to just upload your audio. So upload different audio of you speaking. It doesn't all have to be an hour and a half of you speaking or 2 hours of you speaking in one go. It could be uploaded in different clips, maybe a 10-minute clip of you speaking, and then a 15-minute clip, and then a 5-minute clip, and so on. But the point is, you do need to upload a lot of audio of you speaking in order to get an accurate voice clone. And the other thing to keep in mind is that when you are uploading the audio should all be recorded from the same environment and from the same microphone. And that's because if you use different environments, or if there's echo in one recording and no echo in another recording, or if you use a different microphone for each recording, it just won't sound very good when you clone your voice. So anyway, once you've cloned your voice, you can go back to HeyGen in here and voices, and then click on the plus icon and then go to import voice. And then where it says 11 Labs, you need to copy and paste your API key from 11 Labs. So to do that, if we go to developers and go to API keys here, you'll be able to get the API key, go to create key like this, and just give it any name you want. I would recommend giving it access to everything. So that's what I did. I'm not actually sure if it makes a difference, but that's what I did anyway. So I did access to everything and I let it write and have access to everything. Basically, I gave it write and access to everything and then clicked on create key. And then once you create the key, you'll then get the key that you can copy and paste into here, into HeyGen, and then connect it there or click confirm. And then once it's connected, you should see it in here. And then again, you can give it a name, anything you want. So I just called mine Ash Professional Voice Clone. And you'll see that this is the one that you imported because it will have the tag imported into it. And then I also just favored it just so I can always find it if I need to in the future. And then moving forward, when you're creating an AI avatar, you'll have the option of either recording your own audio or uploading your own audio, or just using your AI voice clone. Now, even with the AI voice clone, I still do think it sounds a little bit better using your own voice. It just sounds a little bit more realistic because you can time the different things that you say. So for example, you can speed up to convey excitement, or you can raise your voice and lower your voice. You can do all those little things at exactly the right moment. So if you want to just not use the AI clone of your voice and just record the audio of you speaking instead, you can absolutely do that. And that on its own will still save you a ton of time time because you don't actually have to record the videos. All you need to do is record the audio only, which is a lot easier than actually recording something by being on camera. So you have the choice, and I'll go through how you can actually choose which option you do later on in this video, but I just wanted to let you know, if you want to clone your voice, you can, and if you don't, then you can just upload your own audio of you speaking, and that's still going to save you a lot of time. Now, the next step is to write your script using AI. So to use AI effectively, I recommend using it to write about 80% of the script, but I still recommend that you edit around 20% of the script with your own thoughts, ideas, and experiences. And the reason you want to do this is to make your video not sound like generic AI content. You want your video to stand out as unique and different, and people will be more inclined to listen and watch your video if you can actually share your own thoughts and experiences rather than just using generic content. So use AI to help you and save time so that you don't have to write the bulk of it, but definitely make sure you edit it with your own thoughts and experiences. So to write your video script with AI, you can pretty much use any AI tool that you want. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, or even we have an AI tool that you can use as well. The purpose of this video isn't really to go through exactly how to write the script. I have another video on how you can do that if you'd like to watch that in more detail. But once you have created the script in some sort of Word document, what you then need to do in the next step is record or upload your script to HeyGen. So to give you a real life example, here is a script that I wrote. So what you could do at this point is you could either record it yourself using Descript, or you can copy and paste the text into HeyGen. Now, if you want to record it yourself, all you need to do is go to Descript. And if you don't already have Descript, again, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to get it. But anyway, inside of Descript, if you open up the application and click on Record Audio Only, and then what you can do next is click on Record. And let me just do a real life example just to show you how it works. So we'll click Record here. And then right now, everything I say is being recorded. And if I open up the script, you can just go ahead in your case and read whatever the script says. So for example, let me just read the first 2 paragraphs. So I could say something like, if you've ever wondered whether you should buy leads for your business, you're not alone. A lot of business owners do it because on the surface, it seems like a quick and easy way to get more clients. And then whenever you're done with the recording, you just go back to Descript and then you just click on the stop button. And by the way, if you make any mistakes or you say the wrong thing, then it doesn't matter. You can just go ahead and delete it. So let me just show you how to do that. So stop the recording like this, and then it's going to transcribe it. So just give it a few seconds for it to load up. And then when it's done, you'll see everything you said over here in text. And what's really good about Descript is that if you make any mistakes, you can just select whatever text was a mistake and then just hit the delete key and it will delete it. If you accidentally delete something, you can also just click the undo button here to bring it back to how it was. Now, just to give you some extra tips, what you could do is you could go through this manually and start removing all the mistakes. But what I do to save some more time is I use the AI tools here on the right. And there's 2 tools that I use to save time. The first tool, if you click here, is the shorten word gaps. So this will just remove any long gaps. So if I click on this, you can choose if it removes gaps for longer than a certain time. So I typically do any gaps longer than 0.5 seconds. I shorten them to 0.4 seconds. So you can play around with this and adjust it, but these are the settings I use. And then I click on shorten all. So that will remove any long gaps if there were any. And then the second thing I do is if you go to AI tools, I click on remove retakes. So if you click on this, it will automatically try to find any mistakes that you made. It's not perfect, but it does get quite a lot of them. And if you click submit, if you made any mistakes, it should just delete it. So in this case, actually, it doesn't look like it deleted anything because this was a very short recording, so there wasn't really any mistakes. But if there was a mistake, it would actually delete the mistake. So let's just say this sentence was a mistake. It would cross it out. And if it accidentally deletes something, you can just click on where the mistake was, and there'll be an icon where you can restore it. And that way it won't delete it, but otherwise you can just leave it as it is and it will stay deleted. And then that way you can go through your whole script and you can just check to make sure there were no other mistakes it missed out and just to make sure it deleted all the correct mistakes. But this on its own will save you a lot of time. And then once you've removed any mistakes, so let's just say, this is a mistake. Let me just delete this thing here. And then let me delete this bit here. So let's just imagine I only wanted that to be part of the audio recording. Once it's done, you can then go ahead and export it and you click on export here. Make sure you're on the audio setting. Usually it already is by default. And then just click on export and then you'll be able to export this file and then later on upload it to HeyGen. So let me just bring back all the audio just so we have some more audio in here as it was before. And then, like I said, once you've exported it, if you go to HeyGen and go to avatars and choose whatever avatar you want to use. So let's just use this one, for example, and then click on Create with AI Studio. And then in here, just go to audio and then click on upload audio, and you can go ahead and upload your audio. Now, the reason I recommend you upload your audio after removing any mistakes is because if you record it directly from your microphone into HeyGen like this, if you make any mistakes, then they will show up here and it won't be easy for you to delete it. And you may have to keep redoing it. So that's why I recommend recording it in Descript first. And then once you've finished recording it in Descript, then you can just upload the audio and it will appear in here. Now, when you upload the audio, you have two different ways that you can do this. You can either upload the audio all in one go if you're using the Avatar Unlimited motion engine. So this one is basically what's called Avatar 3. This is the version they released 1 or 2 years ago. It's decent, it's still pretty good, but it's not the best version. But this version, it does allow you to record unlimited videos with the $29 a month subscription. So if you have a tighter budget, then this one might be good if you want to do unlimited videos. If you have a higher budget and you don't mind spending a few extra $100, then Avatar 4 is slightly better. It is a little bit more realistic in my experience. Then you can just select this one. But the only caveat to using Avatar 4 is that you can't upload the whole audio in one go. You can only upload 3 minutes at a time. So if you did want to use Avatar 4, it does work on like a credits system. I believe at the time of recording this video, if you go on the $29 a month plan, I believe they do give you up to 10 minutes of Avatar 4. That might change in the future, but either way, 10 minutes isn't going to be enough if you're doing multiple YouTube videos. So you just pay for extra credits, and how much you pay will just depend on how many videos you record. So for my business, I record a few videos each week. I'm typically paying, I think, a few extra $100 a month in order to do that. So it could be less, it could be more. It just depends on how many videos you're recording. But anyway, if you do want to use this version here, what you have to do is go back to Descript, and then you're going to have to select the text, but you can only select up to 3 minutes at a time. So don't go all the way to 3 minutes, maybe do 2 minutes and 50 seconds or something like that. And what I would recommend is stop highlighting up to a certain sentence. So don't just stop halfway through a sentence, because then it might sound a bit weird. So finish the sentence. And then as you're selecting text, you'll see here that the number here changes. Right now it's on 24.3 seconds. If I just selected this, you'll see now it says 11 seconds. So depending on how much I select, it will tell you how long it is. And what you want to do, like I said, is select it so it's just under 3 minutes whenever it is that you reach the end of a sentence. So let's imagine I selected all this, and let's just imagine, even though it's 17 seconds, let's just imagine it was actually 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Once you've selected what you want to export, go to export. And then under export options, change this to current selection, because then it will only export what you actually selected. Otherwise, it will export the whole thing. But if you click on current selection, it will only export what you selected. Then click on export and just call it part 1. Once you've done that, you can export the next section. So just highlight the next section. Let's just imagine this is another 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Do the same thing. Make sure you select current selection and then export it, and you can call this part 2. And then finally, for the last part, just carry on from where you left off and export the next part. Go to export, and then you will call this part 3 when you export this part. And then once you've got all the different parts of the video, you can start uploading them in here one by one. So you start with part 1. So go to audio, upload the audio, just select part 1. You can see I've actually done this before in the past. So let's just say, for example, I uploaded part 1. You'll see it in here. So let's just click on part 1 as an example. You'll click on add audio, and then it will add it in here. So first of all, it's going to transcribe it, and then it's going to add the audio of what it is that you're actually saying. Okay, so that's now done. And then you just do the same thing again at the bottom, go to audio, and then go to upload audio, and then you'll just select part 2. And then basically you're adding in the different audio one part at a time. And then once you've added all the audio in, you can just check it again if you want, just to double check it's all in the correct order. And then once you're done, just click on generate, and the AI avatar is going to match you speaking to the audio that you uploaded. Now, if you don't want to upload your own audio, but you want to actually use the AI audio clone, so that means you don't have to record it, you just tell the AI avatar what to say, we can actually just delete this. Let's delete this, and let's delete this scene as well. So what we can do instead is you can actually just grab your script like this. So just copy and paste everything. So select your script, click on copy, and then just paste it in here like that. And then at the top here, it will have the voice. So right now, by default, it usually uses the default avatar voice, which isn't very good. So you need to click on it and then change the voice. So click on the voice here and then go to My Voices and then make sure that it's the one that is tagged imported. And it's the one that you should have imported from 11 Labs. So it should also say 11 Labs on there. So this is why I favored it earlier, just so it's easy to find. So click on that. And then if you want to actually hear what it will sound like, just click on play here and you'll be able to hear what your AI audio sounds like. So let me just click play here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear this, but let's just see how it goes. If you've ever wondered whether you should buy leads for your business, you're not alone. A lot of business owners do it because on the surface, it seems like a quick and easy way to get. So let me just pause it. I feel like it's talking a little bit too fast. So I'm just going to go here and just adjust the speed a little bit. You might need to play around with this just to get it to sound a little bit more natural. If you've ever wondered whether you should buy leads for your business, you're not alone. A lot of business owners do it because on the surface, it seems like a quick and easy way to get more clients. You're busy. So you think, instead of figuring out how to run ads and build sales funnels, I'll just pay someone to send me leads. But is it really that simple? Does it actually work? And is it truly the best way for you to get more clients as a business owner? Now, full disclosure. Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just wanted to give you a little preview of what it sounds like. Now, it's not perfect, but I still think it's pretty decent. And I think if most people listen to this, and if I didn't tell them it was AI, they might not actually know if it was AI or not. And you'll notice that for some parts, for example, the questions, because there was a question mark here in the text, it actually read it or said it out loud in a way that sounded like it was a question. And because I put this word in caps, it also emphasize that word. So if you put any words in capital letters, it will emphasize that. If you had questions, it will make it sound like a question. If you use commas or periods or ... it will also pause when you do that. So how you write the script also affects how it actually says it out loud. So just keep that in mind when you're importing the audio. Then whenever you're done with that and you like how it sounds, what you can then do is go and click on generate, and it will generate the video of you speaking. And this would be a version which is 100% AI, because the AI avatar obviously will be AI, and then the script itself will be AI as well. So what you can do is just click on generate, and then it will create that video. Now, there are a lot of errors here, and this sometimes happens because this is like a very long file. If it works for you, then great. Sometimes it just takes a while to load. If it doesn't, what you can do is you can actually just split this up into different scenes. So what I can do is cut this and then just add another scene and then paste the next bit in here. And then sometimes that gets rid of the errors if you do see any errors. But otherwise, if it works all in one scene, then you can just do it all in one scene. So yeah, you can play around with that and see whatever works better for you when you're actually doing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete the second scene for now. And then that's pretty much it. Once you click on generate, it will create the video. And once the video is done, you'll get an email to let you know. And then it will also appear under your projects. So for example, here's one that I did about 7 days ago. If we click on that, once it's done, you can just play it if you want to see what it sounds like and what it looks like. And then you can click on download and you can go ahead and download the video.